My name is Redemptor Ndambuki. I'm based at KCB Industry Area on Enterprise Road. And I want to welcome all of you there. You can come see me. Yeah, so we want to look at the reasons why entrepreneurs fail to get financing. I don't know whether maybe you've approached a bank and the bank told you that you are not able to qualify for a loan. How many have done that? Many times. Do you know the reasons? Does the bank tell you the reasons why you don't qualify?
Yes.
Sorry?
Because I'm small and young. Young in terms of this, in terms of the years.
You are small and young.
Yeah, they say, you need to grow a bit.
You need to grow up a bit. Yeah, that is why we are here, and that is why Kenya Climate Center is also here, so that we can assist each other and develop each other in these businesses. So the main reasons why SMEs fail to get business loans are so many, and they are varied. And one thing that you'll always realize is that as a business person, you cannot grow without getting cash flows from somewhere, mostly from the bank or even from a friend or from a chama. You have to put cash into your business, and that has to be cash that you are getting from somewhere, not necessarily what you have in your pocket. One of the reasons, before I get to the reasons, I want to look at the financing options. The options that we have for SMEs that are already going on and SME businesses that are starting up. We have options of SME investment companies. We have capital markets, private funds, venture capital, SME incubators, NGOs. Then we have SME credit funds, which is normally from domestic banks and also from international banks. Domestic banks, under domestic banks, we also have financing from Women Enterprise Fund and Youth Fund. And mostly they direct their financing through the banks so that the banks can give the same to customers. Some of the top reasons why entrepreneurs fail to get financing are like failure for a business person or a business premise to have a business plan perspective. If you don't have a business plan, then you are planning to fail in your business. So as a business person, you need to plan. You need to have a business plan. As you start off your business, you need to sit down and decide what kind of a business do I want to get into. What is the location? Those are some of the things that you need to look at. And normally, no one wants to lose money. Even as a person, when I come to you and I ask you for money, first you have to look at so many things about myself. Probably I borrowed money from you previously. You did not pay. I did not pay. Will you give me money again? Those are some of the things that you look at. So the same challenges are what the banks face. If the bank wants to be sure that you'll be able to pay your loan, the loan that you are taking from the bank. So we'll look at ability to pay that particular loan through the business plan that you have prepared. Another reason is lack of adequate cash flows. If you don't have enough cash flows to generate in your business, then the bank will also have an issue, because basically most banks will lend based on your previous history and previous cash flows. So if your previous cash flows are negative, clearly the bank will not be able to lend to you. So you need to demonstrate positive cash flows so that the banks can be in a position to lend to you. Another reason why banks don't finance clients is inability to demonstrate the company has enough assets to meet short-term obligations. Some of these assets are like debtors. Debtors, you are able to turn them quickly into cash. Yeah. So if a bank looks at your balance sheet and they are not able to determine your current liabilities that can be covered by your current assets, then that also becomes a problem. Another issue which one of our colleagues here said is a lack of collateral to secure that facility. Well, I know the banking industry has diversified a lot, and nowadays we are going to non-security financing, whereby the bank can give you financing even when you don't have a security. But in most cases, if you want a lot of money, if you want a lot of cash, even our colleagues from Family Bank can testify to that. If you need a lot of money to inject into your business, definitely you will need a security. But mostly we have things like LPO financing, which he has talked about. Those ones can help you develop your business, because the kind of securities that are requested there, they are not so stiff like logbook and title deeds. Things like letters of undertaking. If the company that has given you the LPO is able to give you a letter of undertaking, then the banks will be able to finance you. Short-term lending for maybe 90 days, 120 days, something like that. Then inconsistent transaction patterns. That is banking history. Let's say, for instance, you have an account with KCB, and your deposits and withdrawals are irregular. Like, you can go for about 4 months without banking anything or without withdrawing. Clearly, that is an account that shows that that business is irregular. It has irregular patterns. So what I want to advise most business people is that if you have a business, whatever sales you make from your business, make sure that it goes through an account somewhere, because that will help you in some day. Yeah? Like, for instance, if you don't deposit cash from a shop, when it comes to financing, the bank will ask you, what evidence do you have? Yeah? And what you are telling us is not what will stand. What will stand is what your account says. Like, for someone who is employed, we expect their salaries to pass through their accounts, yeah? Once in a month. So for a business person, we also expect to see cash flows passing through your account in terms of credits and debits from your account. So that is one thing that makes, another thing that makes business people not to qualify for loans. So I don't know whether you have any questions. I think I'll reach there. Actually, most of the business people, why they fail, it's because they borrow money from the banks and they don't put it in the intended purpose. They go to Seychelles for holidays, SA to watch the football, yeah? You see, that is what business people do. But as KCB, before we give you this loan, we have to visit your business premise. We see whether whatever you're asking for is going to be a viable reason why you need money. Yeah. Then after we've given you the funds, we also make follow-ups. We make follow-up visits every 3 months. We visit you, we find out whether if you are purchasing stock, has the stock increased or it has reduced. Yeah. Also, where you are dealing with suppliers, sometimes banks put restrictions and conditions. They make sure that we pay directly to that supplier. That is also a way of helping business people to make sure that they put the finances in the intended purpose. Yeah, so those are the measures that the bank takes. Most of the banks, actually, those are the measures that they take. In most of the banks, I've worked in at least 2 different banks. What banks look at is a business that has been in operation at least for 1 year. Yeah, you know, when you start a business, normally there are so many ups and downs in the first 1 year. And as a business person, you have not made up your mind whether you want to continue with this kind of business or you want to change from this line to another line. So by the end of 1 year, as a business person, you know where you are going, you have a focus, and you know what you want in business. So mostly as a bank, we give you 1 year to make up your mind whether you want to proceed with that kind of a business or you want to diversify or you want to change into another line. So definition of a startup is a business that is less than 1 year old. But still, if you operate your business for about 6 months, 9 months, we can still have a look at it.